So good morning, everyone. And this morning is all about Chat GPT. And I seem to have a little bit of an echo going on, so it's a bit spooky. I'm going to sit back from the computer. I might be too far close to the microphone. So good morning, everyone. So I would love you to introduce yourselves from the perspective of, have you got experience of Chat GPT? Have you got experience of Chat GPT program 4? Especially because that's what we're going to be playing with this morning. And also, have you started developing images using the opportunity that you have within ChatGPT 4 in order to do this? We've had some fun, Karen and I, playing around with things, using the software. And yeah, it's really spooky what it does to women's fingers, because they do end up looking like claws. So you can see the software still needs refinement. But when you start looking at the opportunity it can give you within your business to create these images, it's just phenomenal. So over to you, Karen. Can you introduce yourself first? And then we'll have the other ladies to introduce themselves. So over to you, Karen.
Thanks, Cheryl. I'm Karen Brown from Grey Mouse Publishing, RTT therapist, book coach, mentor, all things reading. But what I've been doing in the background as part of my whole Tony Robbins continuous and necessary improvement is learning a little bit about AI because it's impacting everything these days. And there was a lady I was introduced to called Wendy Keir. She's based in Bali and she does phenomenal training. She is amazing. So I've been learning an awful lot from her. And one of the things that she did was she gave me a link to ChatGPT 4 just to get a free trial. And it was just like, oh my God, this is so much cooler than ChatGPT 3.5, the beta one. One of the things that she taught me is how to make your own apps, which is like um, but the other thing is they've got a thing called Dal-e, which is an image maker, and that's what we're going to be playing with. So what I wanted to do last week was create an image for my word of the year for 2024. For those that don't know me, I lost my husband around this time last year. So this year has been more about survival and just getting through the year than anything. So I wanted something different for 2024. So my word for 2024 was thrive. And I wanted to have the image including stuff like travel, journaling, and it just to reflect almost like a vision board of what I want to achieve next year. So I just threw it into ChatGPT 4 and Dal-e, and it came up with the most gorgeous, gorgeous image. And that's what we're going to be doing. We're just going to be playing today. So if you've got a word or a theme for next year and you want to create an image that you can use on social media or some other thing that you want to play with, then just get some keywords written down. And what we'll do is I'll be the typewriter, you sort of tell me what you want, and we're just going to have fun. It's not going to be much about learning. It's just going to be trial and error, see what works, what doesn't work, looking at the color themes that go with it. But it's all about playing. It really is. So that's me, and that's what we're going to do today.
I'm so excited, Karen. I'm so excited as well. In this I Am Woman hour, what experience people have got, and what do they want to achieve this morning. So Penny, you were the first one in this morning. So Penny, please share with us your experience of this. It could be zero, it could be, you might be almost like you might have developed the software, we don't know. So please tell us, Penny, what's your experience of this?
Okay, so I'm very interested in the AI thing as a whole. And at the moment, I'm looking to develop something like a backdrop for my just from a Facebook page, but I want something that encompasses what I do as an RTT therapist that specializes in menopause. And I just feel this will be hugely helpful, Karen. Thank you very much. And so my experience is tiny, but it's going to grow by the minute sitting here.
It'll grow by the
Thank you.
second.
Second.
Love. Thank you, Penny. And for those who have never met Penny, Karen and I both met Penny when we did our RTT training with Marissa Peer in the summer, and Penny has now joined us as a member in Iron Woman. And even though she lives a long way away, she's committed to even come to our live events. So
I absolutely am.
which is great.
As many as I can.
Thank you, Penny. And over to you, Sarah. And Sarah is our chair of Iron Woman. So I'm sure Sarah will be interested in your topic as well. So
Absolutely,
Sarah.
it's fantastic to be able to join you for once on a Monday. It's very rare for me to have a window in my calendar that coincides with this, and I always look at what topics you're discussing and think, oh, I wish I had time to do that as well, but I don't always. So I have an OpenAI subscription, so I get to use ChatGPT 4, and I use it for helping me come up with blog ideas, chapter titles for the stuff that I write, and for writing proposals as well. I don't use it directly, but I use it to, it will generate a lot of the content, and then I'll tweak it to put it in my own voice. But we're trying to tune the API at the moment so it automatically comes out in that kind of butterfly data, quite technical, quite formal language, so that I don't have to edit it too much afterwards, and it just produces what I need it to. But image wise, I haven't played with it at all. I have heard of Dal-e. I've seen other people's images that they've produced with it. The only thing I've done with text to image is on Canva, because Canva does it as well. It's a little magic wand, and I asked it to generate for me a picture of two people walking on the beach, walking a dog on the beach, and it did produce a picture of two people walking a dog on the beach, but the dog was facing towards me and the two people were facing away, which I just thought was hilarious. So that's my experience with images. There you go.
And what would you like to learn this morning, Sarah? What would you like to get out of this session?
So my daughter has just come back from being away at school, and before she left, we had one of those mermaid photo shoots. And she has some ideas around a seaweed brand that she wants to do. So coming up with logos and coming up with packaging ideas and that kind of thing. I think it would be really fun for her to be able to play with over the Christmas holidays while she's back as well. So it could be seaweed soap, it could be seaweed body wraps and face masks, it could be seaweed fudge, it could be, you know, anything like that. That we've got an interest in a seaweed farm in St. David's, and we'd like to be able to do something that, you know, to turn that seaweed into a malleable product.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And Karen, before we start, can you tell us the difference between the free version of ChatGPT, because that's the one I'm using at the moment, and the version 4, because they're quite different, aren't they?
Yeah, the way most people consider it, ChatGPT 3.5, the beta, the original one, is like your landline in the 1970s. Whereas ChatGPT 4 is like your mobile phone now. So they both are a communication tool. They both work by a very simple process. But what you can do with ChatGPT 4 is just so much more than ChatGPT 3. It's got much more, it's had more time to learn. You're allowed to create your own apps within there. It's just much more powerful because it's just been brought on. If you think about Windows 95 compared to the current version, there's an awful lot of changes that happen a little bit at a time, whereas with this one, it just seems to have flown with the changes and the learning that's going on in the background. And I think when they talk about ChatGPT 5, it's just like, I'll be there queued up waiting for it, because it'd be interesting to see what they do next. But yeah, there's a big difference between the two of them. And this one is actually has settings where it allows you to learn. So the trick with it is to keep doing your own stuff on there, because it will learn what it is you want, what things that you do, your tone of voice when you're sort of talking, and you can teach it a little bit about how you work and your processes. and it becomes much more intuitive about what you want. So you get less errors, but you do have to go through that whole process of trial and error to get it to do exactly what you want. And you learn as well about talking very clearly to it, because in your mind you've got, you know, that beach with, you know, two dogs and a person, two people and a dog, and but all it hears is beach, two people, dog, put something together. Whereas actually, if you said two people walking side by side next to a dog that's walking with them, dog is black, it is an XYZ breed, the two people, male and female, in the 20s, and by giving them that detail, then ChatGPT starts to understand what it is you're actually trying to do. So sometimes it's giving it the context is what gives you the best results. And what I found is that when you explain to it what you're doing, why you're doing it, and what it's for, it starts to be clearer about what it is you want and delivers something that's much more aligned with what you're trying to do and your vision.
Lovely. Thank you, Karen. And over to you, Lisa. So what do you want to know about this? Because you're a website Wonder Woman. Are you already using this, and how are you using it?
I think I did start using ChatGPT. Karen, did you do like we done something before, didn't we, on one of these so I did start using it, and I do use it sometimes for like blog post ideas, and then I kind of write the blogs. What I've done though, I still kind of use it sometimes, but whereas I specialize in WordPress and the Divi theme, I now subscribe to their AI. So what that does is I can go on my website now and I can ask it to write a blog on my website, and it looks at all the other blogs I've written and all my style and tone in the other blogs, and it writes it for me, so I don't have to put in all that stuff at the beginning. You know, we've done that before about your ideal client, blah, 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 because it already picks it up off my website. It does images as well, but the images are not really good. But what I do like about it is that like my husband does all the coding and stuff like that, but I can actually type in now, write me some code to do this, and it actually does all that as well. And in the near future, I can just type in like, because Ellen's just popped up now, I could type in something like menopause coach, blah, 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 your ideal client, and it will create me layouts and everything like that. And I think for me, embracing the world of AI is where things are going to be going. So there's no point just going, oh my God, no, because it's like the blockbuster thing, you know, if you don't move with the times. So I'd rather be a web developer that embraces AI and helps other people to use it than have it taken over my business and just saying, oh, but I didn't want to use it. Do you know what I mean?
What was that
Cheryl,
program you were talking?
chairs in my office, they would so match.
I
And your chairs behind you, I need them in my office.
Marks and Spencer's.
They are lovely.
I said the same thing. But they're not comfortable, apparently.
No, they're just for show, really. For
They
it's
would
not
look
something
nice
you put in your sitting room, but they're great for an office, you know, because they're quite fancy. Yeah, but I loved them. As soon as I saw them, I thought, "You're coming home. You're coming home." Oh,
So,
and
Lisa, what was that program that you were talking about that helps you create the blogs?
I use the Divi theme on my WordPress website, and it's
Yeah.
built into Divi with elegant theme. So I
Oh, wow.
pay, I think it's like, I don't know, I pay like about 16 quid a month or something, but I can
Yeah.
use them on all my websites. So for example,
Yeah,
when
I've got
Cheryl
Divi. I
said,
didn't realise it had the AI stuff as well.
yeah, it does. It's quite, the images are a bit rubbish. Like Sarah said earlier, you type something in and they don't really, you can tell they're AI generated, but obviously these things do come along really quick. But I've just gone on my page, and where I've been working with like an SEO person, she's just gone on my pages. The page is there, and then you just click a button and say, rewrite for these keywords or rewrite more engaging. And it just does it to the style of the rest of your website.
Oh, wow. Well, that's scary. I got ChatGPT to do me a knowledge base of 52 blog post ideas. So it's just like, you know, plug those in and then add that in and then tweak them, because I think an awful lot of the blog posts tend to be very vanilla, but as soon as you add in your own information as well, then it really sort of elevates it because it captures the things you've forgotten about. And then you put your own experience on top of it, and it's like the cherry and the cream on top. So yeah, I must check that one out. Thank you.
Great, great. And good morning, Ellen. Thank you for joining us. I'm so glad you've joined us because I really wanted to connect you with Penny, because Penny is an RTT therapist who specializes in the menopause. So I knew you guys had to hook up. So would you want to introduce yourself to us, Ellen?
Yeah, I help women and other clients as well through nutrition mainly, tweaking their diets to support their menopause and their hormones, and try and educate them with it as well. And then if they do come across obstacles of making changes, then we work on the coaching then of mindset and what are their blocks to making and sustaining those changes as well. So yeah,
you could pop your details in the chat for us, Ellen, as we're going along. And can you tell us what your interest is in this chat GPT world?
well, you mentioned blogs now, Lisa, and that Divi said, how do you spell it? I mean, if there's anything that can write blogs and help you with writing blogs quicker, faster, and did I hear correctly that it helps you with the SEO then?
Yeah,
of
so
keywords as
because
well?
I've created your
Bad.
website, it'll be already on there.
Oh, wow,
because I've
okay.
been putting it on my client's website, so we can have a chat about that.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, that Cheryl. That right there is what I need. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you, Ellen. So I'm going to hand over to you now, the amazing Karen Brown. So let's give Karen a rousing round of applause. Welcome to the floor, Karen. Woo! Over to you, Karen.
Okay, so I'm just going to share my screen. So we'll just have some fun. Okay, so ChatGPT 4. Oh, I need to move that out of the way because that's just going to be really, really annoying. Right, so ChatGPT 4. I love it, absolutely love it. I've got a load of stuff here on my left-hand side, and then all the stuff that I've been doing. It's quite crazy. So, for example, my vision board images, that's the one we did the other day. That's the one I was doing. So,
I like the way there was a butterfly in the corner of that one. Did you notice that?
yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing, and you can actually get it to tell you the phrases that were in there. And that just gives you an idea of what's included, because you can see the level of complexity with an image like this. It's just amazing. I just love it. So if you go into Explore on here, it will give you your chat GTP. So this is where I've been creating my own chat GTPs. So for example, I've got a journal title generator, which I can use with my clients. And so you can do what type of journal you're creating. And it will ask you the question. So I've set it up to ask me various different things and to sort of clear on what it's looking for, so it becomes more intuitive. So you can see that before we even start, it's asking for an awful lot of information to create a really good blog. So if we do, so Penny, we were talking about a journal around the menopause. So if we do menopause journal for women in their 40s with a theme of
Mindset.
transformation.
Transformation, yeah.
Transformation.
Positive. And we're going to do reflective. With symptom tracker. Okay. And I'm just going to sort of let it do that a second. And this is where it can be very detailed about what you want. So it gives me to start off with some titles and subtitles and blurb. So you can see the blurb, it actually is the stuff that you could use in the back of your book, but it also gives you an idea of what to include in there. So I did one for the travel journal, put it onto my Facebook page and just said I was trying it out. And 2 people said, I want to buy the journal. I hadn't
Wow.
even written just from the blurb. I hadn't written it, I was just playing. And it was just like, but you can see that very, very simple, but it tells you exactly what to do. And with a blurb like that on Amazon, an awful lot of people would actually want to do that. So yeah, so we could copy and paste that later on. But the other thing that is on here is a lot of stuff that is used by OpenAI. So it's got Dal-e for your images, it's got data analysis, it's got the classic GTP, it's got Star, it's got a web browser, it's games negotiator. So it's created all these little mini chat GDPs themselves. There's a creative writing coach. There's somebody who's created a topical SEO map maker. So tell me your niche and your language, I'll create a table and then 30 variations on there. So there's a huge amount of stuff that it can do. But what we're going to do today is we're going to play with Dal-e because it is just about having a bit of fun and seeing how you can use this and how the more detailed you use, the detailed data you give it, the more vibrant the images are. Okay, so I think somebody was saying about seaweed. I live an hour away from a company called Voya in Strandhill in Ireland that do seaweed baths and an awful lot of stuff like that. You really need to come over here and see what they do.
Okay.
They're already doing it. They're already harvesting seaweed, creating these gorgeous seaweed baths. It's like one of the best spa experiences in Ireland.
Wow.
But they do things like tea bags with seaweed in there.
Yeah. So they've been selling those in the Solver shop in St David's. So you sort of make it in a saucepan, put boiling water, and then put the water in your bath, not the tea bag itself. So yeah, because it's really good for you. It's got loads of stuff in it.
It's amazing. Right, so if we do
Sorry. What are the seaweed people called? The company?
Voya, Voya.
Oh, amazing.
They're the Irish ones, and then the ones in St David's called Carrymore.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. I've sort of been there and it was just like the most wonderful experience. And because it's next to the seaside and they actually they're on the beach almost. So their business faces out to the sea. So they've got this viewing point where you just relax and just watch the sea. And it's just like I could spend a day there, just have the bath, sit there, have a cup of tea.
Yeah.
Job done.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we do seaweed themed logo or wellness business. Okay. So just throwing this up to start off with to see what it will come up with. Because I know the person who taught me did her logo on here, and it was just stunning, absolutely stunning.
Like that, if it does logos, people ask me for logos, and I'm not a graphic designer, I'll be like, go and use ChatGPT.
But what you
I
could
know,
do
do
is
you just do it for them?
Wow.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
that is
lovely.
beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is, if you actually have a look at it, and look at the information, then it shows you what it's used as well. So you can actually tweak that. So this is minimalist yet expressive, natural healing and all the other stuff. So it just gives you an idea. And this is where you can see what's in there that can tweak it. So if you don't like the colours, I mean, I love that, but that's just that's right. It's just there. But you know, you can sort of tweak that one and tweak that one, and then get it to regenerate. And this is the trick with it. It's just about tweaking and playing until you get exactly what you're looking for.
I think that's the key with it, isn't it? That we're reflecting our own personal taste back to it. So you might generate 20 of them, but then it's your human decision what it is that you're taking forward, isn't it?
Yeah. But the same way, if you're working with clients on that, you could say, no, what do you like about this? What don't you like about this? Do you want different colours? So for this one, I like it because it's got the sea almost in there. So you can see that you like it better. You can say, you know, can we have more blue than green? And I'm always very polite to AI.
Yes, I know. I always think it when it's writing my my chapter headings for me.
So you just tweak it so we can have more blue than green.
I do have quite deep conversations with ChatGPT sometimes. I was like,
Yeah.
I asked it how I could talk to my 14-year-old boy. So at first, I said, give me a bunch of chapter headings for a book about how to talk to teenagers, and it gave me all the chapter headings. But then I just went a bit more personal. I was like, but my boy won't talk to him about any of those things, and it gave me a load more advice, like ask him about his computer games, ask him what kind of music his friends like to listen to, ask him what he had for lunch and whether or not he liked that. Try and engage him about television programs he's been watching. And I just put back, it's hard though. And then it gave me a load more stuff, and I was like, thank you. I was sat here in tears talking to ChatGPT. My husband came in, he's like, what are you doing? Why are you crying to the computer?
I know, it's absolutely crackers, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
but you can see the more you tell it, and the more you tweak it, the more it gets aligned. And it is just a case of trial and error. Okay. But you can see, because I've said logo, it's very clear that it's a small, it's very focused on there. Whereas if I do something else, so for example, if we do a new one, so Penny, if we do something about the menopause, what kind of image would you like to have about the menopause? Do you want it as a logo? Do you want it as part of your website imagery?
At the moment, Karen, I'm just trying to put a logo together. Well, when I say trying to, it's in there, and but it's just kind of knowing how to refine it down to what I'm offering.
Okay, here's you. Right, a logo or a RET a right.
And because it is completely natural, I would love that reflected. There's no medicines or anything involved.
Um,
And my aim is to upgrade and to recode and upgrade their lives, give them the best lives.
okay, let's see. Any particular colours you want?
Yeah, purple, mauve, green. Thanks, Karen.
Helps if you can read. Anything else that you want to include there? Do you want to include crystals? Do you do crystal therapy, Reiki?
No, I
Um,
don't involve any of those, but I do intermittent fasting with my ladies.
Okay.
But that's not very visual, is
No,
it?
no. I
And
think if we see what it comes up with just with this, and then we can
I
also
mean, sorry, I was going to say the main thing is the reprogramming with RTT and the what comes after that. This is so damn clever. It's
Oh, very
amazing.
exciting,
no,
isn't
I
it?
mean this is the thing. It's like a rabbit hole where excuse me, you can just go down completely and get lost.
Days could be lost.
Wow.
Oh, wow. I better not have Marissa's name on there, but it's a great
No, but you can if you changed your name from and it can see how even though it's told it what it is, it still spelled it incorrectly. Um,
incredible.
and it still spells hypnotherapist
That
wrong
is
as well.
incredible.
Yeah. I
Thanks,
love the one on
Karen.
the right hand side.
I do.
I mean,
Absolutely.
I love
Yeah.
that they've shaped the brain as part of a
Yeah.
nest for the butterfly. That's so
yeah.
Yeah.
Incredible.
I've downloaded that one. Do you want me to download the other one as well? Because what you could do is you can go into Canva, get the text removed,
Yes.
or do you want to
You know, I
sort of play
might
around?
fiddle, Karen, because I'm so excited by all this. I'm wanting to kind of get in there and I love
Play
that.
yourself.
Yeah. But
Okay, so we love the one on the right.
oh yeah. Maybe with a bit more green, I think I would, or maybe it's without that colour. No, it's it's just wild.
Like proper chat, you know.
Yeah.
My husband makes his own tea tonight.
I think we're having takeaway and we're going down to the pub.
with your laptop.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's got the leaves for healing. Oh wow!
Oh, I love that. Oh, it's incredible.
What-
Oh,
Oh, oh yeah. I'm just going to download that one.
oh, it's beautiful.
Oh wow,
Thank
that is
you.
just gorgeous. Because
I might have a big rebrand now.
I feel the same. I need logo.
Can we
so
tweak it a bit more, Karen? Would that be
yeah,
possible?
of course.
Because my photo shoot that I've had done was done with greens and kind of damson purple. If we could
Okay.
bring more, I don't know, would it understand damson?
I think if you had the hex code, so if we were one-to-one, I would get you to send me the image. I'd find out what the hex code was specifically and then put that in there. So it would know exactly what your branding colours are.
Oh, wow. Oh, I have no clue how to do that, Karen, but
If you just sent me the image, I would know how to sort of spot it and see. It's Canva is just amazing.
It's like Christmas, isn't it? Waiting to open your presents. What's going to come out? Wow.
oh,
Oh.
and they've done it in Greek as well. Oh, that is so lovely.
Oh yeah. I mean, you could use any of those quite easily.
Oh, they're
Um,
amazing, Karen. Thank you.
and they are very unique. Yeah. Yeah.
Stunning.
There's no charge.
No, best of all. What, Ellen, what do you think to it from a menopause point of view?
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love the fact that the butterfly looks like it has leaves as well, which is, for me, it's nature, natural, and
Yeah.
it's gorgeous. I love the combination of the purple and the green.
Yeah.
Menopause low.
Yeah. We just removed that
Oh,
completely.
Good.
And I think what we were playing with on Friday, it was recognizing what it will allow you to do, because they've obviously got legislation in the background. So I
Yeah.
couldn't say create this logo in Barbie pink, and they wouldn't allow you to use the
No,
word.
because that would be copy mark, trademarks, and all sort of stuff. And you wanted something with Stephen Bartlett.
Yeah.
You wanted to meet Stephen Bartlett next year, and of course he wouldn't, because it was just like, no, that's a real life person. And it just went all cross-eyed from that point onwards. Because of the branding colours as well, it became very masculine. Because it has the sort of cream and the gold and the black. With pink, but the pink got lost in everything like that, and it was very much about communication. So if we do a tweak with this, Ellen, do you want to have a play and see if you can come up with a new logo?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Karen, I'm assuming, like you just mentioned about copyright and stuff, that it's fine
Yeah.
to like use these things on your website and stuff like that before I start going telling everyone about dinner, right?
I think, from what I understand, I'm not sure whether you can copyright them, but I think if you took it to a trademark lawyer, you can actually trademark an image, so you can protect it that way.
On the website, though, wouldn't they? Without
yeah,
yeah.
Right, because what it's doing is generating from your words.
Yeah.
So you're telling it what you want, and it's one of those things. The more you do, the more it becomes something unique.
Yeah.
But
I might have him to come and do a masterclass in my group. How they can make their own logos.
Yeah, but this is the thing where you could create a little a Dal-e image logo maker where you get people to put in the keywords, the key colors, what it is, the transformation from a coaching point of view, and then see what it comes up with, so you could automate it a little bit. So what I did was I created like a journal prompt generator. So I tell it what the book is about, what the journal prompts are for, and it generates 52 or 100 journal prompts for a book. So it's just like copy and paste it. And of course, if you use the bulk creator in Canva, you can actually export that list as a CSV file, or copy and paste and create a CSV file in Excel, and then create an image on Canva, and then import all those words, and that could be your prompts as images that you could then use in a Facebook group for daily prompts that you can then release on a daily basis using something like Hootsuite or Buffer, where you've got, this is my journal, this is my program for journaling about menopause, 99 journal, menopause journaling, simple program, Facebook group. These prompts are lined up for 90 days. You've got the conversation starters, and very easy to create on there.
Okay,
Yeah.
5 minutes to do Ellen's. So
Sorry.
should we spend 5 minutes having a go at Ellen's then? Ellen, are you ready?
Okay.
Yeah, what do you want?
Then menopausal women
Nutrition.
this time
Nutrition.
Yeah.
Nutrition. Nutrition.
And
Colours.
and gut health, I suppose.
Nutrition. Oh,
To see what it comes up with.
health. Colours.
Colours, autumn colours.
Okay, let's see.
Exciting.
It is like Christmas, isn't it? Well, it is Christmas, but it's like waiting to open a present.
I'm a bit scared when you say gut health and what it will come up with.
A poo emoji. Oh,
Wow.
That is so clever.
yeah.
Oh, I love the one on the right-hand side.
Yeah, amazing.
Amazing.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
There you
Give
go.
you your colours if you want, Dal-e.
Sorry?
I can give you your colour codes if you want,
Can you?
or you've already got on your website if that helps.
Yeah. You would have to remove the wheat grain
Okay.
logo off there.
Okay.
'Cause that's a big no-no. But I love what it's giving, yeah, and how it incorporates the gut. You can see the intestine there.
Do you have the hex code there for me, Lisa?
I am putting them in the chat.
Hashtag.
All right. Okay. Okay.
So they are the ones that she's got on the website.
FD.
Yeah, I'm just copying it.
The first one is the orange, then it's like a pinky
Hold
colour
on.
and then a cream.
Oh, Karen, you're so skillful. You're amazing.
I know.
Nothing like a bit of copy and paste.
So relaxing to watch this as well, isn't it?
Okay, right.
Watching somebody else do it for us is amazing.
Great.
I'm afraid I am going to have to drop off in about 5 minutes because I've got a 12 o'clock and I've been on meetings all morning. So if I don't pop the loo now, I'm going to be stuck here for another hour. But it has been so much fun to watch all these images come up. So exciting. Oh, that one on the left is
I don't like
interesting.
those as much.
There's still quite a bit of grain on that one on the left, isn't
A lot
there?
of grain, there's a lot of wheat.
Yeah.
Vegetables would be better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could you replace the wheat and the grains with flowers?
I think the wheat is going to be a bit like manifesting, where you say when you don't want something, it actually adds it in.
Oh,
I love it.
Because it's added more wheat in, even though I said no.
mm. It's like manifesting. Yeah. Ask for what you want.
Yeah, be very, very specific.
I think I preferred the colours of the first lot as well.
Yeah. But then, you know, if it's the branding colours.
That apple that's put on the right hand side one is the Apple logo, isn't it?
Oh wow.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Oh, I like the one on the left hand side with the
yeah, I love the woman figure.
this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just download that one. Okay. Okay.
We could be out all day.
Yeah, you could, couldn't you?
I love that top one of the butterfly as well with
Ah,
Bit of
flowers.
butterfly and anything, it makes it look better. That's my
I was going to say, it's very
whole
butterfly
reason.
orientated this morning.
Yeah.
I think
It's
they
'cause-
know your ears are.
Yeah. It's because there's so much transformation. Isn't that
Yeah.
ChatGPT just equates butterfly with transformation, doesn't it? Or Dal-e does.
Yeah.
So shall we pull this together now? For
Otherwise, we're not going to
Cheryl, we
sort.
can get all day.
Yeah.
your 6 minutes left, and I need your action points of learning. What are you going to do?
Well, I think my action point is I had not realised. Well, I don't know. I hadn't realised how easy it was to set up a journal book and the prompts and all the rest of it. I probably have a couple of things I could talk to you about. I've always been a bit skeptical about whether or not that was. I have a lot of ideas on that area, like we were saying, the talking to teenagers and things like that. That could be a quite useful journal book. It's just finding time to explore it and figure out what's already out there about that, and would I actually have the time and effort to run a Facebook group on that kind of thing? Because it would be quite a good thing to do, just completely different from my day job. So I'll go get in touch, Karen.
Okay. Yes.
That's my action point. In the new year, though, not before Christmas.
Oh, you could get a journal out for Christmas Day at this rate. So over to you. Thank you, Sarah. And over to you, Penny. Action point of learning from this morning's session.
Well, I'm going to download the ChatGPT tonight. ChatGPT 4 and get playing. I've got it in my head, and now I've seen that incredible creation. I just want to play. I loved your creation, Karen, but I just want to see what
Absolutely
does. It's kind of given me the courage to go and play now, and a little bit more understanding. Thanks very much.
What I'll do is I'll send the images to you, and what you'll see with the images is the prompt is in there.
I like that one.
That one's lovely.
They don't look like your colours, mine, Dal-e.
No.
But it does look nice.
So over to you, Lisa, what have you learned this morning? Sort of action points for you. What are you going to do next?
I think, like a lot of people who come to me, startups, they always really struggle with the logo, and I tell them to go and play in Canva, but I think this is far better. And I definitely think, Karen, maybe in the new year, in my tech membership group, you coming in and giving out, and then, you know, how you can help them as well, and that type of thing.
Right, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to attach all the downloads on there.
And over to you, Ellen. What have you learned from this morning? What are you going to do? How are you going to put this into action?
Well, there's endless possibilities, isn't there, really? It's just a massive wow. Opened my kind of imagination. And yeah, I've been thinking about creating a menopause journal in regards to nutrition and keeping your diet on track and stuff. So Karen, it'd be nice to have a conversation about that and see.
Yeah, absolutely.
How possible that is.
I'll stop sharing, because otherwise I will just keep playing, because it's like the gift that keeps on giving. And yeah, just like a child sometimes with these things.
Well, it's been such an abundant morning, you know, of us all sharing knowledge. And Karen, you are such an amazing person. You are always so generous, sharing your talent with us so we can all grow. So I think we realize, you know, ChatGPT 4 is something we've all got to get to grips with, and just how important it is online, as you say, Lisa, as part of people's websites, but also, as Karen was saying, you know, we can create now these logos that go into journals that she can help women create, and book publishing. You know, you can even develop your own cover for books, your own cover for your journals. Even if you want to win, you know, on the pages inside the book, create some visuals for yourself. Really, the possibilities are endless. And, you know, let's all help Karen as well. So if you know women out there who you feel could benefit from working with Karen to have their journals created, their books created, let's all refer some clients to Karen as well. Can we give Karen an amazing round of applause?
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Karen. And
You're very welcome.
it's been an awesome morning. This is our last I Am Woman Hour for 2023, and we start back on January the 8th on a Monday. So do pop that in your diaries, and I'm sure we're going to be taking this topic forward, I think it'd be really good for us to have a session on writing blogs using GPT-4 and then popping the SEO through it. Yeah. So Lisa, could you run us a session on that, because you're
Well, I think I can do like the blog, and like I've done with Ellen, we've done like how to find blog ideas and stuff like that. But maybe me and you, Karen, could do it together.
Yeah.
Do the AI stuff, because you were far more advanced in that area than what I am.
I
So
think what we can do is we can create a bespoke chat GDP for you that you can then use with your clients. And then show it when we're next here so people can actually see it. And then because what people are now talking about is monetizing these chat GDPs, these little mini apps within chat GDP, that people can actually subscribe, either pay for them in the same way as, you know, with Spotify, that, you know, just for a couple of quid of creating this little tool that is just really, really useful.
We'll definitely be having a chat in the new year, Karen.
I'll pop the date in your diary, because we're going to be doing blogging on ChatGPT-4 and then threading the SEO through it. And let's just see what happens. Yeah. Because it's all about just experimenting, isn't it? And tweaking. And the more you use ChatGPT-4, is that the more it gets to know your voice, your language, your tone, your industry. So in a way, you're building up your own chat GTP to almost be, you've got your slave online, really, haven't you? It's absolutely
like your own AI virtual assistant.
Yeah, your team behind you, and and it's, you don't have to pay it much, and you don't have to cook for it either, do you? Or do the washing and ironing. So it's absolutely amazing. So have a great Christmas, everyone, and look forward to seeing you back online on January the 8th. So look forward to seeing you then. Have a great time, everyone, and thank you again.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Hello, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Just remember to download the images while you can.
Has everyone got their
Thank you.
images?
What do we do? Ah.
If you go into the chat and